Today was the first full session of our SLA Industries campaign, Hope is Hell, Misspelled, and I have some positive things and negative things to report. So this short recap will look at what some of my goals were and how I felt we did in achieving them. Session 1, my primary goal was atmosphere, setting it firmly in everyone's mind, specific details, the grittiness, the grimness, and the fact that it can indeed rain all the time. And even when indoors, you're still dealing with the effects of that. I wanted to make sure everyone felt the almost festive nature of the carnage and just how cheap life is. I wanted them to feel the sense that their characters must feel that you can't really hold the entirety of Mort City in your mind. It's too vast, it's too vile, it's too bitter, and it's constantly being knocked down and built up. So with those things in mind, we had a new player join today. So some of our session time had to be devoted to getting him up to speed, which actually fed into the next set of goals that I had, which were to make sure we had the opportunity to reinforce everything that we had learned the week before. How basic roles work, skills, the effect of your training packages, gear and currency, and of course combat and injury. So while we were checking over the character for the new player, we were also tying that directly to the roles and doing the same sort of practice that we did the week before. So by the time we were ready to play, everybody had done some rolling, everybody had explained some rolling, and everybody was familiar with everybody else's character. Normally I would have handled more of that, but getting this session going today was a challenge. I had printer problems and other things, so while the other two players were prepping the new guy, I was trying to finish up session preparation, such as the 4 BPNs, getting them written out because I couldn't print them out. It's important to me that they have these as a physical representation and that they be able to keep them in a file so that they will matter as the campaign develops. So the one that they chose is the one that they have some control over, and the 3 that they didn't choose, well, how they go is out of their hands, and that may become important later on. So that detail was communicated. So this was really their first BPN, and we were role-playing that it was their first BPN. They don't have a squad name of note yet, but they're taking time to try and build some connections to different people in different walks of life, all of which is going to feed into the troop-style aspect of play, which is going to appear later on in the campaign. The BPN that they chose was crowd control and suppression. Thanks to some good rolls and some good character design and synergy between the different characters, they were able to figure out that a lot of the BPNs that were being handed out today were all revolving around 1 or maybe 2 separate events in one location. And they were attached to a rematch between some well-known contract killers with, an axe to grind between them. They really went all out trying to make sure they got noticed by Third Eye, and the ramifications for that simple decision are going to play out over the next couple of sessions. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied, both with the decisions that were made and with how the characters were portrayed. I was able to make good use of character flaws, and they were able to make good use of character skills, which made us feel, or at least made me feel, like we have a good grounding in who these characters are and who the players expect them to become. So hopefully, next time, with a better location to play, we ended up playing outside on a very sunny day, which was antithetical to the whole experience, and with complete preparation on my part for the handouts, the next session should feel more like what I want it to feel. But I still felt, especially in the midst of combat, that what is old is fresher than ever. It's a whole lot of fun, and you can expect to hear more about Hope as Hell, Misspelled, and the operatives for SLA Industries.